Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about amending commits. What if we want to change our commit somehow? We're not happy with it. We want to rewrite history. How can we do that? Well, let's look at a quick overview of what we've got so far. We've got three commits, A, B, and C, let's call them, and we know that each commit has its own individual Shockey. And we also remember that they point to the parent. They're not a fully linked list because they don't point in both directions. They just point to where they came from, not to where they're going. So we clearly see that blue has a parent of green and yellow has a parent of blue. So now remember, these Shockeys are incredibly unique. You will not ever have the same Shockey in a project. It's absolutely impossible. Every little change, every little thing you do to your project will change that Shockey. If you just change one character in your entire project, the Shockey will change. If you change your message, if you change the author, the email, that Shockey will change. It depends on everything. So very important to realize here that these are incredibly unique. And let's do a quick example here. Let's say in this blue commit, this commit B. Now remember, it's already linked to that yellow. And I want to say, hey, I don't want B2. I don't want my book 2 to be in that commit anymore. Well, watch what happens when I take that out. Whoa. Whoa, that's right. The entire jockey changed. Now, this yellow commit, it doesn't know where to point. That does not link to the yellow commit anymore. And the yellow commit is confused. It goes, where's my parent? I don't know where it came from. Because remember, these are snapshots. You are not every time uploading your entire project. If, let's say you had a file new. Remember how we've had file new in our thing? Well, we haven't been committing file new every time because we haven't changed it. Commit new, the latest version, is in that green commit, and the blue and yellow don't know about new except from going back through their parents, and then green tells them about new. So if we're not telling these things to Git, Git doesn't know, and your whole project is going to just fall apart. So remember, you cannot rewrite history in Git. However, we're going to talk a little bit of an exception right now. Let's redo everything, and let's say we have these commits. Now, look at the yellow commit. Its parent is the blue commit, but it doesn't have any children of its own. Nothing is pointing to that yellow commit. That Shockey right now is not the parent of anyone. No one's looking at that Shockey. No one is depending on that Shockey. So we could take out the yellow commit, or our latest commit, and we could change that a bit and then recommit it. So we can't rewrite all the history, but we can rewrite the last kind of 30 seconds of our actions. If we make a commit and we don't like it, or we want to amend it somehow, we want to change the message, switch out a file, we can do that. But as soon as you commit after it, that commit is locked in, it's in the history textbook, and you're not changing it. All right, now let's go ahead and look at a real life example. Let's go ahead and do a commit and then amend it. So first, let's just check out our repository here. Okay, we've got a modified chapter 1 file. Let's go ahead and see what the difference is. What did I add? Okay, well, before I had adapted from Homer in 2013, and I changed it. I just added the month. I did 6-2013. So now let's go ahead and add that, and let's commit it. And we should be getting pretty familiar with how commits work by now. So let's just say this is my commit. Okay, perfect. Now what we're going to do, quick learn here. Git log, we're going to do -- one line. That's going to show us our commits in just one line. It's not going to show us a big summary of each one. We're going to go more into kind of the features of git log later, but for now, just kind of, to keep the screen space simple and to see things. So we can see this is my last commit. So I've made that commit right there, 1C0EF57. Well, now I'm kind of like, that's a really bad commit name. Also, I don't even know if I need that month in there. I really don't think I do. Well, let's just quick look at our file here. Okay, everything's clean. Well, okay, I really don't need that 6- in there. And that was just a quick mistake on my part, and I don't want to recommit everything and put another commit just because I forgot to put that little thing out. So if we look at our git status again, we're going to see that modified file. Now, all you have to do, you do not need to add it to the mailbox. You don't need to add it to the staging index. All we're going to do is we're going to do git commit -- amend, And then we're going to add, say, this is our updated commit. So it changed that updated commit. And now if we go to git log one line, you'll see this is our updated commit, replace it. Notice how the SHA key changed too. It wasn't the same, the SHA key didn't stay the same. The SHA key changed, just as like we talked about, of every little thing counts. So we see that now it replaced this one because we amended the last one. And so we kind of just made a quick fix. Normally you're going to use these for quick fixes of, oh, shoot, quick typo, let me just fix that real quick and make it look pretty. I wouldn't suggest really getting comfortable and used to this because it's not something you want to do a lot. You know, double check your commits, make sure they're good. Because especially if you're in a team setting, someone may have committed right after you and you just didn't know about it. So don't depend on, oh, I can always pull it down and redo it, because sometimes you can't.